Holy shit, Ace, you're fast on the draw. How you doing, Ace? How's your day been? Oh, 1 moment. Alright. You're still soloing? Oh, poor Ace. You ain't got no one to play with? Oh shit, hold on. I need to hide that message. I forgot. Black screen. Hide it. There it is. All hidden. And actually, we can just go back to... Here we go. Yeah. We're doing a bit more programming today. Because I want to get going on this. Let's see. What are we doing today? We definitely have like the whole Twitch thing still set up. Yeah, I was working on the connection to OBS. That was my big thingy I was doing. Like this part of the code works. Now we just actually need to get it like properly segregated from our main crate, because we don't want it in here, and we need like a way to communicate between everything. So we're probably gonna set that up today, or at least, you know, try to get a start with that. Yeah, first I think I'm just gonna go over here. I'm gonna open. I made an OBS crate. There's nothing in there. Alright, so we have the OBS crate. We also need to make a file in there. So let's go open it. Oh god. I don't like the sounds that are made whenever you make an error. Volume mixer, there it is. System sounds come all the way down. And now? Hello? Wait, did my terminal just crash? What the heck? Hello? Alright, well, let's just close that off and open a new one. There's still sound. Whatever, we'll survive. As long as I don't make too many mistakes, it shouldn't be that annoying. That's gonna be pretty annoying. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I want to make a new file. Let's see. Touch OBS slash... No, yeah. I don't even know what to call it. I'm... How did I do it in... let's see. What did I call the things in the Twitch thing? Authorization, client, handler. I'm just gonna make a client. Touch OBS slash client.rs. Beautiful, that's made. And we go over here. We open OBS. Pub mod, yeah, that's the one. So we go pub mod client. Semicolon. And then we're gonna go here. We're gonna open client. I'm just gonna have a look how I did this in the other ones, because I absolutely forgot. I just have to make like... it's just pub async function in it, something like that. Yeah, I'll just go for that. Pub async in it. And then, let's see, we need to get all of this code. Yeah, so we can just go from here. We just yoink all of this. We save it. It's going to give us a lot of errors, but we don't care about that right now. We'll fix that later. Let's just paste it here. Over here, we're going to make this a public function, and we're going to call it init. And then it's going to complain about all the missing imports, because I'm missing a lot in here. Why are you not complaining? You should be doing a lot of complaining. Anyway, let's see. Unused imports. That's a lot of unused imports. That's fine. We'll just yoink them out of here. Save this one. Then we go back to this one. And we just put them in here. Alright, this should get rid of those. Actually, can I... I forgot how to remove something from this. Ah, that's fine. Alright, we go over here. Oh god, did I do it in the wrong... I did do it in the wrong one. Hold on. We're going over here. Yeah, here we go. And then we're gonna be using the mod OBS. The module OBS. There we go. And over here we say OBS dash dash. What did I call it? Client? Client dash dash init. Save it. Alright, wonderful. So that's been created. Cannot find type. That's fair. Because we haven't actually defined the type. Should be doing that. Consider using the struct for its public re-export. Use crate. Nani? Oh wait, I need to open main. Here we go. So we copy this. We put it in here. We also, hold on, we need to tell that this is like a local crate. There we go. We need to get the utils. Where's the utils? It's a main in it. Yeah, it is. Alright, so we should just be I think it's like use crate utils semicolon. I feel like this is just... What are you complaining about? Failed to resolve? I feel like the Rust interpreter is just not entirely working. Let's just go cargo run. Let's just run it to see what happens. Alright, there we go. Alright, so it's doing something. And we just need a little test message. And it's still impossible. Also, last night you had a perfect rate. Ooh! Wait, how do you perfect a rate? How does that work? We just make the chat message. It's kind of hard to read, but it does say your last message, Ace. So that's good. We moved it over. Oh, not that one, this one. We moved it over and it didn't automatically break. So let's start breaking stuff. I still don't know why it's giving all the errors. It shouldn't do that because it's just working correctly. So that's low-key confusing me. But honestly, we'll just ignore it. We'll assume it's fine. What they usually do. And I'm usually wrong on that. Alright, so right now, like... Can I... I don't like... I forgot how I removed these from my buffers. I had a way to do it. Actually, search through neofim files, if I'm right. Yeah, there we go. I think it's custom remap. Should be somewhere in here, probably at the bottom. Bottom. Control D to delete a buffer. Let's see. Control D. Ah, there we go. Found it. Okay. So we go back to main. We remove this one. There we go. Oh, this is so much better. So much better. Hang on, why is everything ruined? Yeah, there we go. Fixed it. Everything is perfect again. Except that my rustings doesn't seem to work still, but that's fine. Alright, then, yeah, well, some people hit the jackpot loot and then your brother might have killed him, so we got the end game. You got end game loot? Holy shit, nice. Oh, they are gonna be, they were probably so mad about that. Holy shit. Oh, that's beautiful, I love that. Alright, let's see. How does all of this work? How should this work? You have AS val. I have no idea what that means. AS val. Ah, it's a weapon. AS val VVS. I've never heard of those guns. Apparently they're endgame. I didn't know. Alright, yes, hold on. I need to think about this. How are we gonna... Is draw Iona still a thing? Yeah, it is. Lovely. Oh yeah. Well, this worked. So let's roll it out again. Because what we do, what we need... I don't even know how to think about this properly. Because we have like... let's start by writing, you know. Let me get my notepad out. That's a diagnostic. Yep, there we go. Because what we want... we want to have 2 channels. From like our Switch module to, let's call it central command, and from OBS module to central command. That's what we want, because the thing here is communication, right? If something happens on Twitch, I want to be able to communicate it to OBS. And if something happens like anywhere, I want to be able to communicate it to Twitch. But the problem I'm having right now is just, here we go. Because I did add a little chat thing in Twitch. So whenever a Twitch post or a Twitch message was received by the application. Oh, it just ruined my setup. God damn it. Hold on. Can I... What? Oh, there we go. There my terminal is. I just got rid of my terminal. Yeah, the problem I'm having is like I'm passing this OBS sender, like the communication thing that I use to go to OBS. Let's go to the definition. I'm passing it to the init. The init is passing it to Twitch WebSocket init. And that's gonna pass it along with every handled Twitch message event. And only in there is it used, I believe. Should be used here, like on this one. They're getting OBS sender. Yeah, it's used here. So we're passing it through like 3 functions. Without anyone actually using it, which is just not ideal. I don't want to be passing this along. Ideally, I want it like in some central... I want to define it once and have access to it. How do we make that work? Yeah, we definitely also we just need like a central command. I mean for now we can keep it in main, I guess. So what we probably want can we keep it in main? Hang on, I was thinking about this. What was my general idea? I said my idea. I honestly just held the problem to ChatGPT to get some more information on it. Because initially I was thinking about what's it called, a singleton pattern, but that's not proper Rust. There's no accountability, there's no ownership. Yes, I don't like that. I mean, we can send. We can wrap the sender in an arc, I guess. Threading to your signatures wrapped in an arc. You pass around the lightweight event publisher. Yeah, but then I also need to pass something along, and I don't like that. How do trades work again? Say we have multiple structures that hold various kinds and amount of text. News article structure holds a story for a potential social post that can have at most 280 characters, along with metadata that indicates whether there was a new post. I want a media aggregator. Yeah, so you can be like, hey, everything that uses summary is going to have a function summary. Do you just declare that in a central place? Implement summary for news articles, summarize self string, self headline, self author, self location. Alright, but this is more like shared behavior. This doesn't feel like you're actually passing something along and keeping it in a central place. Which is what I want. Sometimes useful to have a default behavior for some of all the methods in a trade instead of requiring implementation for all your methods on every type. Alright, so we make a trade summary. To use default implementation to summarize articles of news article, we specify an empty implement block. Summary for news article. And use it like that. I mean, if this is... But you still need to pass it along for every... It's a hard one. I don't really know how to... Just gonna be doing a little scroll through what this said. Implement event publisher. Make an arc public, but how do I... Correct, implement websocket. Self publisher. I mean, Alright, what if we... Actually, hold on. What's my git states? Alright, what I'm gonna do is just add it all to my local repository, git commit minus m, before trying to make a bus. Boop. Alright, so now we have like a fallback point in case we ruin everything. So now we can start ruining everything. That's a good start, I'd venture, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, let's start by making the module. Actually, I think that's a good start. So we are over here. Let's see how this looks. We're gonna touch. I'm just gonna call it bus. And we're gonna make a directory mkdir bus. And we're gonna do touch bus slash init.rs, whatever. We can change the names. That's something for later. At least we have some files we can try to work with. So let's go over here. We open the bus.rs and we say pub mod init. I think that's how it works in the other ones. Why do I keep forgetting this? Alright, here we go. Alright, so then we go into the init.rs. Actually, no. We also need models. So I'm also just gonna touch bus/models.rs. So we have that. And just looking at how... Actually, no, we need to make that public for sure. Not too much of these. Alright, that one can be gone. Let's just clean up history. Over here, we're also pub mod models. So you have an init and a model. Let's remove that from memory. There we go. And we have models. Alright. Hang on. Can I... This is a unique URL. Can I just open this and get my answer in here? Nope. This is the downside of using two different browsers, I guess. Oh, I can probably log in with that. Let me just log in. It's gonna be get gpt at ugluk.dev. I think this is my password. No, I don't want to save that. Ah, I need to verify. Got that. Alright, Thunderbird. Let's get it going. Copy that. Paste that. There we go. Alright, and then we copy and paste it. No, ChatGPT, go away. Block. Oef. Alright. Don't need a sidebar. I don't need to see my embarrassing things. Just having a look at the example that this gave us. I mean, we're obviously gonna change a lot. What are you going on about here? You're going on like, hey, you make a message bus that has a few enums that does stuff. Let's just start. Pub enum. Are we gonna call it? Yeah, OBS add chat. Add chat message. And this is for now gonna have a username that's gonna be a string. And it's gonna have a message that's also a string. So this is probably what we're gonna be passing around. Is it an enum? Wait, is enum even the right term? God, it's been so long, I forgot. Been like a month since I last declared some models. It is enum, right? Types, pub struct, it's struct. I'm so smart, it's a freaking struct. I'm so good at Rust. Alright, I want these definitely public. Alright, so we have a username, we have a message. Like that, this is the thing we're gonna be passing around. For now. Well, at some point, we're definitely not doing it now. Actually, that should have like some overarching type, probably. Do we need that? Yeah. Yeah, because they're all gonna... Okay. We're gonna open the Twitch models that we made a time ago. Let's see. How did we... Pubstruct. They don't have an overarching type? Huh, interesting. Implement Twitch message. Implement Twitch message from JSON. Pub type Twitch WebSockets WebSocket stream with this, and this. Okay. But these don't seem to implement the Twitch messages at all. Oh, here we go. Alright, that's how it works. Yeah, we have the Twitch message, and in there we're passing along the types. Okay, yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay, so let's just open this one back up, and we're just gonna copy some stuff so I don't forget how we did it earlier. Because I will forget, like for sure. Copy this. We're gonna be putting it over here. We're also gonna be commenting it out because otherwise I'll forget about it. So we have that, and then Twitch model. This is just how we should. Yeah, this is how we should get a message from there. Okay. But it's actually, yeah. I'm gonna copy it. We're gonna use hardly anything of it, but I'll still copy it just in case. Paste it, save it. Alright. So, then we have like an overarching pub enum OBS message. It's gonna have a few types. It's gonna have add chat message, and that's gonna be add chat message. Semicolon. I forgot, where's the part where you implement that? I forgot to copy that part. Hold on. Wait a minute. Pub struct. That's typing. Pub struct handshake. There should be some actual implementation, right? For a Twitch message. Where do we find this? There. Pub struct Twitch message envelope. Pub enum. And that's it. Okay. Interesting. Don't really know what all that's about. It's my ODM code and I still don't know what's going on. Let's just put it down here because otherwise I'll be confused. Expected enum variant. Oh, excuse me. You can have a comma at the end. That's fine. Save it. Alright, so theoretically we now have an OBS message that should have one type, and that's chat message. Okay. Then we go over here. Pub function init. It's real init. What was the advice here again? Because it's talking about a message bus. Alright, so you make a structure that defines you have an event, and a command. This event, the event would be OBS, the other one would be Twitch. That's using MPSC, multiple producer, single consumer. Yeah, that makes sense because like you can send it from like multiple parts of the application, so you can clone the sender. But the receiver should only be in one part, like in the central part that actually handles everything. Theoretically. Alright. So I'll definitely have big questions about this later, and gonna have to do a lot of figuring out how this actually works. But for now, I'm just gonna go Tokyo. Yeah, we definitely want to use Tokyo for that. Colon MPSC. That's for now. Yeah, we're just gonna go. Like we have the pub enum. That's in the other thingamajig. I don't wanna I don't wanna brainlessly copy this, but I am gonna use this as a template to actually explore and check how this actually works. Oh shit! It's already at time. Of course, it's already at time. Yeah, I'll be right back after the ads. Need to grab some something to drink as well, because I was very well prepared as per usual. Yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, back right before the ad stop. That's good. And that's ad. Lovely. Hmm. Just having a little look. Bus event text cloud. Yeah, but this is just alright. I mean, this is probably part one of how we're gonna do this. Hang on, I need to read up on like structs, events, not events, structs and enums. Rest, structs, and enums. Let's just have a little read. Rest powerful, yada yada yada. The most parts construct in the type system are structs and enums, which allow the developer to create complex data types that actually model the problem domain. That's exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, understanding structs. Structs are a way to define custom data types in Rust. They allow you to group related data together into a single cohesive unit. Structs are similar to classes in other languages, but with some important differences. Let's say we're creating a Mario game. We want to represent Mario as a character in a game. We could use a struct to do this. Yeah. So, hold on. We have struct position, and we have Mario that has a position, number of coins, and a power up. Okay. We've defined the Mario struct with three fields: position, position, coins, and power ups. The position field is type position, yada yada yada. With an instance of a struct, we can use the following syntax. Okay, we can access the field like that. Yeah, sure, that's just normal class-based stuff. Oh, I didn't want to close reader view, I just want to close the overlay, but apparently that's not allowed. Kinda rude, but okay. You can have, structs can have methods with functions associated with structs. Yeah. This example, we've defined a method called jump that makes Mario jump. The height of the jump depends on whether Mario has power-ups and stuff. Okay. Enums, just another way to define custom data in Rust. They allow you to define a type with a fixed set of values known as variants. Enums are useful when you need to represent a value that can be one of several. Yeah. Sure, okay. That's pattern matching. Yeah. In this example, we're using a match expression to check. Yeah. I get you. Combining our new superpowers. Structs and enums are powerful constructs on their own, but they can be used combined. By using enums to group related structs or adding fields into a struct as an enum type, you can create complex data types. Alright, so we have enum, Goomba, Koopa, Troopa, and Hammer Bro. With variants. Alright, yes, so you used a lot of the same. This example defined by combining structs. Okay. Yeah, okay, so that does kinda. I am gonna keep this one. Like, structures are like this. And enums group them. Alright. Is that right? Go back. Enums. Implementation of Mario and Mario. Wait, what? Mario struct. In this example, we define a method called jump. Yeah, so we do that. Okay. So we have the enum OBS message that has a struct. And if I'm correct, if I'm understanding correctly, we could add something to the enum, right? Right? Combining superpowers. Yeah, so we have a struct Goomba that's in the enum enemy. How we use this enum enemy. Where do we... Because they're using like impl here somewhere. Here's an example of how to define a method for our Mario struct. Alright. So, hold on. Just going back to what this was. We have this struct, and we can implement a method for it like this. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, and we use the enums copy. Alright, nice. I am somewhat getting this, I feel. So we should be like, first of all, we need a struct. Yeah, pub struct, OBS, OBS channel. No, actually, this should be like our main bus. Main bus. They're actually right on that because this will have both OBS and Twitch in the end. But we're gonna start with pub OBS. I don't like the TXRX receiver and sender. I think it's so. I'm just gonna call it OBS sender. Let's go my MSPC sender. Actually, we need to use create. Am I not getting suggestions? Huh. I'm wondering why I'm not getting any suggestions. Kinda weird. Alright, so let's see. In the crate, we need to have OB. Actually, no, it's just use OBS, right? OBS. Why am I not getting suggestions? This is low-key annoying. Message. Can I save this? Like, will you give me an error? Not getting any feedback. Dang it. Just gonna close. We're just gonna go close all. We're gonna save all the changes and we're just gonna end Vim again. Maybe a restart does it. I've tried turning it off and on again. Alright, in here. Go to the end. You're loading a lot of stuff. Use create. OBS. Models. God, what did we call it again? OBS message. OBS message. Save it. So you're gonna use MSPC sender and you're gonna have an OBS message. Alright, this is annoying. Nvim Rust Checker not getting snippets. Nvim Rust not getting snippets. Suggestions? Can't get autocomplete working for Rust. Like this worked like earlier today even. Why is it not working now? It's giving me suggestions over here at least. Alright, so what if I just let test equals test? This will compile and give me a warning. So what? Nani? I'm honestly really confused why this one ain't working. Alright, whatever. Alright, so we have a sender. Pub. Sorry, that was, I missed that one. Pub OBS underscore receiver. That's also gonna be an MSPC. Gonna be a receiver with an OBS message in there. Alright, and then you have to make an implementation for the main bus. My fingers are so off today. Main bus. If I'm correct, it should be. Hold on, I'm gonna have a little look-see up how we do this again. Implementation that public function. Yeah. Pub function init. Init. And this one, let's just open the OBS client, because what we want to do is basically this. I think, let's have a look. Does this one? No, this one doesn't need to set up the receivers and stuff. That's still in main right now, so we're just gonna yoink this. We're gonna put it in here. This should 100% give like an error on Twitch chat message event. Alright, so what if we just go self.obs sender equals obs underscore sender equals obs underscore sender. Self obs receiver equals obs receiver. Alright, and receivers do usually need to be mutable, so we'll declare you to be a mutable one. Then over here, oh, I already have OBS, but we don't need the OBS one. What we want is let bus equals main bus. Let's just go over here. We say use bus crate dash dash. Oh, I haven't declared as a crate. There we go. Mod. What do we have? Mod bus. Save it. Let bus equals bus init main bus. And then in there, it should be init. Yeah. Actually, we're gonna make the bit. We're just gonna use that. So we say use bus init main bus, but main bus. Yeah. And we just remove this. All right, and then in here, there we go. We finally get some errors. Thank you. It's not OBS. It's actually, can't we just use like... Alright, whatever. We'll just get rid of that. Save it. And use import mpsc and scp. There we go. mpsc. Oh, over here. You're gonna be mpsc as well. Cannot find message OBS. Yeah, there we go. Alright. So we also use crate, bus, models, OBS message. Alright, so we should be getting that one now. Expected type. Apparently you don't need a type. You do need to be though. OBS message, yes. Alright. Expected value found module self. Alright, so it can find self. Should be like this, right? Self event. I need to declare it. There we go. Okay. So we have that. And then we should apparently go like this. OBS underscore sender. OBS underscore receiver. And remove these two lines. Mismatch types, expected thingy found main bus. It expected this. It found a function. We don't have a semicolon, so we try to return it. That's interesting. This is the type of the self-literal. Try adding a return type. Oh, we don't have add a return type. Alright, there we go. You should return a self. Alright. And you use mut. Build OBS sender, OBS... Yeah, you're never read. That's right, because we're not really using you yet. Alright, so theoretically we have an OBS sender, OBS receiver, and we're just gonna copy this. We're already gonna set up the switch ones, I guess. Switch underscore. Oh, don't need a space. And you need to be Twitch as well. You're not sending out any of those messages. Because we need to go in models. And we're just gonna make an empty enum for Twitch message. We don't need anything in there yet. That's fine. So we go back to here. And you should be a Twitch message. Alright, we need to... oh no. Instead of that, don't have to declare the whole thing. We can just do it like this, or this, and Twitch message. There we go. Unused, that's because we're working on it. Hang on, Switch message. Let's copy that. Gonna save it over here, delete the rest of that, and then in here, we're not using any OBS. This will be the Twitch sender, and we have another one that's gonna be Twitch sender. You're gonna be Twitch message. Yep. And in these, we just add the Twitch sender and the Twitch receiver. Right. Oh, I made a little oopsie there. Twitch receiver. There we go. Alright, can't find value. Twitch sender, Twitch. It should be Twitch receiver. Alright. There's a bunch of errors about stuff not being read, but that's fine. That's fine. We don't need that. Alright. So theoretically, we have a bunch of things that can... there we go. Now we just need to actually use that. Fire up your binary. When in your main application starts, you initialize the message bus and pass appropriate sender handles to your two WebSockets. Great. Yeah, but that's not one. Well, I want to have them available in those WebSocket crates. But this does keep me just passing along a channel, and I don't like that. Self passing the channel itself, define a trait and pass the trait along. That's also not what I want. This did sound a little bit interesting. Often you have a top-level client object that owns the sender and other state. This way you don't need... Alright, but that does mean that we need to like create a trait and put all the other stuff in there. New spanner in your case, combined with number 3, store in your client struct. So we should be, like, according to this, representing an arc instead of threading sender event through the function sectors, wrap it in an arc or arc mutex if you need mutation, but for a sender you don't. So this does suggest that we're making like an arc. And we're using that, we can create this, and if we publish it, we use it to send it, okay? And then we need to make some kind of trait that actually uses that. Can't connect it me into wait. I'm not entirely clear on how that works. That's mainly me not being too deeply familiar with Rust, though. Yo, Julie, how you doing? It's been a while. How's it going? Rust traits. I need to read up on this. Defining shared behavior. I do have some shared behavior I would like to define. Trait defines a function of a particular type. The trait defines a functionality a particular type has and can share with other types. You can use trait to define shared behavior in abstract ways. You can use... Alright, but I don't want to abstract it too much here. We can... Doing good? Ooh, you're gonna go study? What you gonna go study? Types behavior consists of the methods that you can call on that type. Different types share the same behavior. We can... Hold on. Concentration. I can do this. Mechatronic? That like the first thing that pops in my brain is making robots. Mechatronic. What is mechatronics? Also called mechatronics, is the integration of mechanical, electro, and computer systems. Oh, that's really cool. Just combining physical stuff with programming. That sounds really cool. You're gonna like study at university or somewhere else? How are you gonna do it? Make basically universal engineer. Yeah. Ingenieur. Yeah, you're just able to work on a lot of different stuff that way. That's really cool, man. I'm a little bit struggling on this. I don't really know how to implement what I want. I probably do have to restructure like everything. Which doesn't surprise me too much, honestly. Although everything... Hold on. Uh... What? Influence on... is similar to implementing regular methods. The difference is that after imp, we put the trade name we want to implement. Then use the for to specify the name. Call is probably the name in English, but it's more university close to work with a more organized plan. Is it like combining working while studying? Hochschule. Does that translate to high school? Like literally, that's high school, right? I mean, we do have the same. We call it like. There's a ridiculous name in Dutch. It's called BBL, but PBS, no, BBL. BBL. Leiding. BBL. High school in Germany is gymnasium. Yeah, not surprising. Like we call it, you have like elementary school. That we just literally call it lower school, middle school, higher school. Like middle school being what they call high school. And BBL, or is it BOL? Yeah, we got beroepsopleidende leerweg. It's like, yeah, that's like you're working usually like 3 days a week and having 2 days a week at school. So I'm guessing you're doing that one, right? Just doing partly studying and partly being at school. Sorry, partly working and partly being at school. If they have to implement with a trade name, want to implement, then use the for keyword. Okay, but not really. Oh. Oh. Thought I got it. I didn't get it. Let's just skip this. Let me skip this one as well. There we go. That sounds better. I don't know how to implement this. I'm really a little bit confused. No, I'm really quite a lot confused. What I want... Hang on, let me write stuff down. Because that helps me think. Because want. I want one central place to initiate channels that will be used by the modules that implement. More like you learn on less theory than in university and build a bit more. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, it's also like we have 3 levels of university, of college, I guess. That's one's like more practical minded, one's a bit in between, and one's really theoretical minded. So I'm guessing you're doing like the either the very very practical minded or like the halfway one. Like using theory and praxis, so the gap between reality and just theory. Yeah. Yeah, I get you there. Yeah. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Like we have kind of the same system in the Netherlands. Alright, hang on. One central place initiates challenge that will be used by the modules that do the WebSocket communication. Define. Initiate the channels. Channels once and pass and be able to access them when we want to send something through them without having to pass them through the whole thing. Like this is the most important one, because right now I did implement something like this. But it's just like I had to pass it in here somewhere. No, it's not here. It's in the, God, where did I put it again? I keep losing everything, man. Is it in client? No, I'm looking at clients. Oh shit, it's ad time. WebSocket RS. Yeah, right now we're passing this to over here. And we need to pass it along to this one. And this one has to pass along to a third function. Oh no, this one doesn't. It still doesn't feel great to be passing everything around like this. It can get messy over time, I feel. Only having theoretical knowledge can cause something like managers increasing price in working business without increasing quality, and reducing price does work because people aren't math. People say, yeah, for sure. Like having only theoretical, it can be useful if you're doing like research stuff. But there's such a small percentage of the population doing research compared to, you know, with quotation marks, actually working. So yeah, it's it can be really useful to have a bit more practical knowledge and less purely theoretical ones. Okay, I am honestly really struggling. I just don't know how I should implement all of this. Let me just remove some of this from memory. Basically, theoretical knowledge is important, but without real life knowledge is worse and useless. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Alright, hold on. We're just gonna, like right now, this is just a bunch of functions. I think what we need to do. Whoop. Oh no, pattern not found. Now I just want to go over here. I think what we do need to do is make in the bus. Yeah, we need to make something over here. Over here. Need to think. Dang it. Want like some kind of trait that helps with sending and receiving messages. Alright, pub. I'm just gonna make a trait. Trait for bus communication. And it's gonna have a function that's send message. I think we have these. Like it's gonna be either OBS or Twitch message, but we need another type of like overarching thing. Yeah, that's gonna be enum. So it's gonna be pub enum bus message that can wrap like all the different messages that we can possibly send through the bus. Yeah, and deal with that, so we don't have to redefine those. Theoretically, you can reduce cost of transportation by adding system to prepackage everything before driving. In real life, it's probably gonna cost a lot. Yep. Like, you have the old, God, what's that old story about the empty boxes? Like on the production line, there's like empty boxes being getting through every once in a while, and there's like a 50 million solution. But in the end, they just put down a fan that was powerful enough to blow off the empty boxes, and it cost like $50 for the fan. I think that's one of the most, the best stories I've known about practical versus theoretical knowledge. Alright, in here we can have an OBS message. That's OBS message. And we can have a Twitch message. That's gonna be Twitch message. Alright, so over here we have a function that send message. Amazing winnings, not always a good idea, yep. Alienating your customer base because you're doing stupid things. Yeah. Alright, so you have a send message that's gonna receive some kind of buzz message. Just losing customer trust worth a lot. Yeah, for sure. Expected one of that. What do you need? Oh, you need some kind of return. It's just gonna return like nothing. Does that work? Can I do that? Apparently not. Expected one of those, or those. You're not being consistent with whatever this is. God damn it. Alright, anyway. So we have bus communication. That's gonna be a trade. Also, wait. Because, where is it? Bus in it. I think we're also gonna need this. Let me just yoink this for now. But, are you gonna start anytime soon, Julie? Or is it like somewhere next year when you're gonna start? Because at least over here, like the university, the school season just started like a few weeks back. But I don't know how Germany does that. So I'm just gonna paste this here. Because we have this structure. We need imports on the 15th. Ooh, nice. That's very cool. Good social experiment is voxel kinda basically a sandbox game with two faction fights. Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of, what's it called again? There's a name for a type of game. Social sandboxes. They are really interesting. You also got stuff like EVE Online, and there's a few more. Ashes of Creation, I believe, is also, just, you know, player-based conflict and economies are just kind of interesting in that way. I really like them. Alright, let's make... we need to use... Why am I typing? I can just... let's see. Let me just remove all of these because we're not using them right now. I want these. We're gonna be dumping these in here. I don't think we're using the OBS... Yeah, we are... Oh, hold on. Oh, we're defining them here. Because both hate each other is making the whole community mostly nice. Yeah. Like, if you can make fun of the other team just because of some fictional, you know, gripe, and everybody is in on the joke that is just in game, you can have some really funny communities around that. Hate unifies people. God, that's sad. That's sad, man. Not saying you're wrong, but it is kind of sad. Right, I'm also just gonna copy all of this and dump it in here. Whoop. Right, so we have main bus. Main bus is basically the center of our communication. Right, hold on. No. I put it in there, but I rethought it. I don't think we need it there. So this trait should actually be implemented on some kind of Cold War, World War II, World War I, all example. I mean, but in that case, it's unifying against the other one. And I feel like the Foxhole community is just, as a whole, pretty unified and chill, even if you're playing on the other team. Like, they'll joke about it, of course, but everybody knows it's a joke. That wasn't really the case in those events. Okay. We have the main bus. Then we have the bus communication. Yeah, and these gonna have, hold on. So we have this trade. It's not really hate, more like calling the other side dev bias, yeah. Yeah, but once again, like, everybody there, I assume, is in on the joke and knows you're basically just poking fun at each other the way friends do, you know? Instead of actually hating one another because they play the other side. Alright, so I have pep trades, and then we can do implement this for that. Okay, so we have the trade bus communication. Gonna have a send message, bus message. Oh wait, you need a name. So message is gonna be bus message. Gonna get a message of type bus message. Cannot find type bus message in this scope. It's enum. You can't be an enum. Do you need to be a struct? Structs don't work like this. Dang it. Unlike in lists, you cannot switch factions. Yeah, that's fair. That's, yeah, I mean, otherwise it would just, you'd have the same game as enlisted. If one team starts to lose, you know, regularly, nobody will play it. Last war was like 69 days. Nice. That's a good time. Ah, God. I want some overarching type for, like, bus message, but I don't know how to do that. Summary that for that. OBS message. Main bus. Best no microtransactions, God. Imagine. The year for Lord 2025, no microtransactions. Damn, that's a dream, man. That's a dream. Alright, let's see. Over here. Wait, you can have some kind of message. Ah, damn it. Because I want like one unified type. I don't want to have bus message. I want to have just, yeah, I do want to have bus message as a type that can either be an OBS message or a Twitch message, but I can't do this as a struct. I don't know. Just gonna. Alright, I'm just gonna like copy this. We're gonna dump it in Mr. Jippity and see if that has an. Sorry, can I copy? Copy? Like all of it? Hello, is it just not copied? Paste? No, it's not. Then we just copy it differently. Let's see, this is about 21 lines. So we just get that. In this code, I want to have an overarching type to refer to both Twitch message and OBS message. How do I do this in Rust? Because I just don't know enough. Yeah, that's the right overarching type. Is the unified envelope that can wrap either those? Yes, I know. For instance, your main bus currently has 2 separate channels. You want to single overarching type. You instead define one channel of bus message and send everything through it. Send OBS, this sender send bus message, OBS message, send Twitch. Hmm. About your trade. If you want each subsystem to be able to send itself onto the bus, you can define the trade. Yeah, that's what I was trying. Bus communication, send, implement bus communication for OBS message. Ah, we can give it to the message and we can just tell the message to send itself. It's honestly, it's just basically telling it to go fuck itself in a way. I do like that. Okay. Main wound my deathbanger skins, though I liked not having it. Yeah, like my general stance on microtransactions is if it's just cosmetical, it's absolutely fine by me. Like stuff like League of Legends, just selling skins, that's perfectly fine by me. I like it less in general. Like I'll still play the game probably. I do still play Enlisted because I just really like the core game, but I generally don't spend money on the microtransactions. Like 95% of the money I've actually spent on Enlisted was just the Battle Pass and Premium. I wouldn't do it any other way, I think. I'm not one for microtransactions. I generally don't like them. Alright, I actually do quite like this this idea. Because that... Still not entirely sure how I'm gonna actually make that work, but we'll see. We'll see. It's just gonna do something. If we just look at this, because we still have... Like, we already have these. And then we can just make like the main bus with so some you spent I mean I did spend over 3 digits, but I did spend like less than 40 a year that I've been playing it, and seeing the amount of hours I put in there, I was like, yeah, that's worth it for me. I had money to spend and I didn't mind spending it on it. Especially considering like how long and how much I've been playing. Yeah, I also like waited a year of playing before I start spending some money on it. Like I said, yeah, same. And like I said, I definitely like. I also paid for the Steam when it released because I was like, yeah, I don't mind spending like $20 on Enlisted with all the time I've spent in it, and you know, relatively little money I spent on it in the time. It was 100% worth it for me. Oh, you did as well? Nice. There are a lot of people. I got people who were mad about it. They should have communicated that better. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. Alright, so we have most of this. But the suggestion here is like, hey, we can just make one main bus that has a receiver, a message and a receiver. We just implement that twice. I don't hate that. I do not hate that. I think that's clean. Not the not the Steam thing. Alright. Fair enough. Like I said, I did really get that people didn't want to spend money on that. So we're just gonna make like a general sender that's gonna be getting a bus message over here. Personally warned them that was gonna flop bad. Yeah, like I said, the thing is they did actually like say, hey, this gonna cost money, like for the first people. It was just like at the bottom of the message. And obviously almost no one read that. I mean, yes, it is dumb. At the same time, it's always been like, if you wanted to play the campaigns early, for instance, it would also cost money. And they were saying like, hey, it's gonna be paid at the start, and later on we're gonna be making it free. But like they said, it was like one line in at the bottom of a news message. It wasn't clear from all the other communication. So I still think that there's mostly a problem of communication on their part. Not really on that time limit for account. They did? I don't know, man. I just migrated my account and I was like, sure, fine. But yeah, that's kind of stupid, honestly. Was probably the dumb thing. Yeah, it probably was. Alright, so we have a main bus that takes a receiver and a sender. And then theoretically, it should be like implement main bus. They said 30 days, now it's unlimited? Seriously? Yeah, like I said, I didn't really bother with it because I just transferred my account and it was fine. But function, new. You're gonna be returning a self. A self. And then it's gonna be, yeah, we're just basically defining the sender, receiver. That's gonna be MPSC channel with a buffer. Let's just make it, actually, yeah, let's make it, what's a nice number? 128. I like the 128. That, yeah, sorry. So that's that. And then we just declare a new self with the sender and receiver we just made. Save it. Mismatch types. Expected oh, yeah, semicolon. Nope. No semicolon, because then we return it. Alright, so theoretically, we have add chat message. We have a bus message defined that we can use at different places. We have OBS message that's used in here. We have Twitch message that's used in here. We have the main bus that has sender and a receiver with a bus message. And then in here, we have the sender MPSC channel. Alright. And then also the dump, because it's Steam rule, the price on Steam cannot be higher than other sources. Wasn't it like, didn't they sell it back? There was also $20 on their own store. I think, like, I'm assuming they were legal on that. I can't imagine them not being. Alright, so we have the main bus. Also consuming a message looks like this. If you want each subsystem to be able to send itself onto the bus, you can define a trait. And then we can just use it on there. That's pretty good, honestly. I think that's... they weren't generous at all. No, I just paid for the access, for the Steam access. That was it for me. I don't like having a lot of different launchers. I like to have everything in Steam. That's why I did it. Right, so we can make a trade bus communication, and we implement them for OBS message and Twitch message. Then we can just send them. Actually, is this centralized? Like, if we define it like this, I think I can just call this from like different places. Then it should just work. I think. Yes message, add yes message, add chat message, text hey. Send it through the bus. Yeah. Let's just see if this works. Honestly, I think I need to make some changes, but it might be a good start. So let's say we have an async trait. That's an async underscore trait. Git trait. And then we make a public trait. That's the bus communication. That's an async function. So you basically send something. It's gonna be yourself. And we get a copy of main bus. Wait, what's main bus in this context? Oh, that's the... Ah, right. Hold on. That's not defined yet, probably. Are you gonna complain about it? Please complain about it. I shit. Filter resolve, use of unresolved or unlearn create async trait. Shit. Do we need to import that from Tokyo or something? Use Tokyo async. Tokyo main. Then mistype, async trade, async trade. Async trade. Minecraft is probably experiencing a huge issue soon by trying out American Math saying our rules change, you have to check and don't have to agree to changes. Oh god, yeah, that's not gonna fly in the EU probably. Only work notes here is write an async trade macro on top of trades. Wait, this is another... Yeah, this is a third-party thingamajig. Does Rust still require that? It's not required, however, a lot of libraries will still use it to define trade, primarily because the native async trade cannot be used as a dynamic trade. Whereas if you used async trade crate, you could use then. Alright, well, guess we're gonna have to add that. Give me a new terminal, a bit smaller, and we're gonna cargo add async trade. Like basically not even giving a notification change in the EULA. I'm pretty sure that's illegal in the EU. I'm like really certain, 95%. You can just change your EULA. Their way of dealing with it, like account migration, they probably cannot delete accounts because most people didn't agree to that. Nope. They did do it. Well, that's probably gonna be interesting law case. Because I can't imagine they're gonna get away with that. Simply cannot imagine it. Alright, at least we can make async trades now. So we want to have a bus communication. It's illegal. One person gonna sue them. Yep. Alright, yeah. So now we have bus communication. We have the bus message defined over there. So then we should go like implement bus communication for Fro from OBS message. For, not from, for. From. Oh my lord, there we go, for. It took me like 3 tries. So we have an async function send. You're gonna getting a self and the bus, that's gonna be main bus. And then we can use the bus to send. Oh wait, I haven't declared it. I haven't defined that. Yeah, okay. So in here we also need a public function send. You're gonna be getting what you're gonna be getting a message. A bus message. Message will be of type bus message. Wait. You have this, but I want to have like the main bus. Oh, you have sent OBS to that. Self-sender send. You want each subsystem to be able to send itself into the bus. You can define a trade. So we have that, and then... Alright, because on the bus we declare 2 different types. Right, nice. I like that. That makes a lot of sense. So on here we have the main bus, and main bus gonna have 2 functions. So you have, public async function, that's gonna be send underscore OBS. You have a reference to yourself, and you can have the message that's gonna be a OBS message. Oh, wait, just one. There we go. And then we go self sender send message. MSG dot await. Lifetime parameters. Also, the initiative stop getting games probably gonna be a good one, especially of publisher giving a lot of reasons like week after accepting why to follow it. I really haven't followed that story whatsoever. I have no clue what's going on with that. Oh shit, it's also ad time, and I am going to take like a 5-minute break, so I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. Cheating is possible in programming because if you cheat, you only find a shortcut. Yep. Ain't that the truth? No, yeah, alright. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Main bus. Right, send underscore OBS. Oh my god, if I only I could type. I think we sent self, right? Oh no, it's a bus message. No. This is all wrong. Doing it all wrong. Hold on. God. What I think, hold on. Because this does make me think on trades. What I think is we need to use trades to set up the WebSocket clients so they can refer to themselves. Because realistically, the only time is that correct? I'm thinking the only time we actually want to communicate is whenever we get an event. Like we get a message and want to react to that. So we could put that one in a trade. Hold on. Let me write it down so I can actually understand what I'm saying. On WebSocket. Clients for WebSockets. If these have like they have like no, not one central trade. That's bad language. I can do language, I swear. Can I do language? I'm not sure anymore. So we could be using. God damn it. Make a trade that WebSockets. So right now we're just OBS and Twitch. Those are two WebSockets that we're using. I make a trade that can be used to handle the messages received from the WebSockets. Yeah, so we have that. And also give the self that's used in that trade a way to communicate to the main bus. So if we call handle message, that should be like in a trade. So it should be like fn handle. Let me just go here. Handle message. And you should be able to do something self main bus dot send OBS underscore message and no, it should be bus message OBS message. Yeah, that might actually be a thing. Hold on. So we have all this main bus stuff. Oh, 1 second, I need to do something. All right. Yeah, if we give both, if we make like one central trade that's being used by everything that handles WebSocket messages. From there, I could use the main bus. I could call the main bus. I only have to define it once when I initiate the WebSocket. Then I can use like a self dot stuff to do anything. So the trade should have an init and a. Yeah, you should have an init for sure. That WebSocket and handle message. Socket initialization and handle message. Okay. Okay, so if we just forget all this, yeah, let's just forget about this for now. We'll work it out later. Oh, sorry. You need to be closed. You're not used, but that's fine. Let's see, where are we? Where should we do this? All right, for now, let's just do it in here. because we can always use this. So what if we make a public trade socket connection. Then in here we should have a function to init it. And we should have a function handle underscore message. Something like this. Save it. Does this give us any errors? Nothing obvious. Actually, we should probably have this. Yeah, we should have this somewhere different. Definitely should have it somewhere different. For now, I'm just gonna put it in a util, I think. Actually, yeah, I think bus models is still like the proper place for this. But let's just put it over here. So we have these. Then we can remove. Yeah, let's just get rid of this. It's gonna confuse me. Then we're gonna go to the OBS WebSocket. OBS client. Oh, actually, oh, I didn't want to remove it. In the init, yeah, we do have. Do we have to have the client? You're gonna have to have some kind of client. It's still gonna really confuse me. I feel it. Alright, we're not working on that. We're not working on this. I'm gonna try to do this for like OBS. So we have the pub trade. Then we have something for social post. And social post is a enum? Or is it struct? Could be a struct, I think. Struct social post is that. Okay. So then we have a struct that's gonna be OBS socket. That's gonna have the client. And the client will be a... Ooh, what's your type even? OBWS client. Let's just keep it at that. Oh, you have an OBWS client, and it also needs to have... yeah, it also needs to have a main bus thingy. Bus model, you need to have a main bus. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we can get rid of this one for now. Yeah, you need to be a comma, I think. Yep. The client doesn't need to be public, I think. Maybe it will, maybe it needs to be, but we can fix that later. And you have a main... a bus socket. I'm just gonna call it bus. And that's gonna be... God, what was it again? My brain. It's just gonna be main bus. Okay. So we just make that main bus from the create bus. So you have a client, a bus. Then we need to have... We need to implement... let's see, we need to implement socket connection. Socket connection. Yep. for OBS socket. So in here we need to have a init. Let me just copy this. Not the main bus, no, yeah, here we go. We need to have these two. Paste. So we make the init. The init definitely needs a reference to the self. Oh, there's no... Yeah, okay, so on init, we need to have bus that's a reference to main bus. Yes. And do we need... No, we don't need any information about client. So in case self.bus equals bus, whatever we're getting past there. And we have self.client should be this. This one. Yes. So that should be, let's just copy these 6 lines. Oh, copy, not cut. Paste it, and then it's probably gonna be complaining that it's not an async function. Await inside non-async, so we should be like hashtag async trade. You're an async trade. And you should be async. Actually, if we just get rid of this, is this allowed? Method init has a self-declaration in the implementation, but not in the trade. Ah, right. Alright, so we need to have this. We need to put this in a model as well. Oh. And over here, handle message, we should also have a self. Type and trade. Oh, you can be a type. Oh, wait, hold on. Be like that. Method trade declare. What? Sorry, but you're also complaining whenever I declare a self. Self-used in trade. Whatever. Alright, let's see if we do it like this. Method init has incompatible method for trades. Oh right, I haven't implemented any of these. Found signature. Implements future util. Okay. The question can be used in an async function that returns result or option. Using expect to unwrap the value. Okay. Yeah, we definitely need to import bus init main bus. But you should be in bus models main bus. Alright, so that's 1 error less. What else do we have? This function should return result or option to accept the question mark. Alright. Well, what if instead of question mark, we just unwrap it for now? Alright, self.bus, count assign self.bus. Rust trade assign to self. Let's see, second, you do that. My understanding is the first self is equivalent to has area. The second self is equivalent to circle. Yeah. You're mostly right where I think is a messenger self is shorthand. Foo self equivalent to fn foo self. That doesn't really explain. Actually, instead of init, this should probably just be new. That's quite a lot clearer, I think. Socket connection should be new. And what if we make self-mutable? Type in traits, remove mat, and allow the function without body. So previously accept okay. So we just make that a self. Then over here, instead of a reference, what if we say new mutable self? Method new has incompatible types for traits. Found signature, provide a definition for the function. Yeah, okay. Let's just, for now, you can refer to yourself. And you're gonna have this implementation. Non-item in item list. Okay. So we just go print line handle. With some quotation marks. There we go. Non-item in... Eh? Oh, you probably need a comma, don't you? No. So we can have that, Save it. Alright. Method new has incompatible type for traits. Found signatures in OBS main bustles. Did we declare a signature in this? We didn't really, did we? No. Expected that. Found. Save it. We don't return anything. What are you going on about? Expected signature. OBS found bus model main bus. Found signature function OBS socket. Bus model main bus. What? Nani? Implement future user. But you don't return anything. I'm confused about this error. I don't really know what it's trying to tell me because I don't return anything in either. Like I don't have a return type defined in the original. Let's see. What if we go to definition? That's over here. Oh. Is this allowed? Type in trait. Expected signature function socket with bus model main bus, and you got socket bus models main bus. This returns a future, and this doesn't. Wait, unwrap returns, does it? Unwrap might just returns. Wrap might just return. Alright, so what if we just go... because it does kind of make sense to return the socket, I think. No, we just want to declare it. We want to put it on here. And then... Oh, we should probably just go... okay. Expected unit type that. Found unit type that. Okay. Found unit enum result. So we should be returning a result. But okay, that or nothing. Oh, yeah, should be this. Sorry. Place hold and scroll within type. Alright. What if we just go T? Using inference enum core results. Okay. So if we just say a result, with just undefined types. CD thread Tokyo. I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm if it new has an unexpected return type. Why do you... Does unwrap just return something like that? Oh, sorry. That's me doing an oopsie. Save it. Oh, you don't know, like this. Question mark that returns result or an option. Okay, so if over here we go result expected result anyhow error. Alright, there we go. Anyhow error. That's what you have, don't you? The new has incompatible type for trade. Expected signature. I don't get the return type. That's the heck. Rest trade using await. Let's look at trades for async. Trade future. The definition includes a bunch of new types, also some new syntax we haven't seen before. Let's walk through the definition type by type. First, futures, associated output says what the future resolves to. Anomalous to the item associated type for the iterated trade. Second, future has a pull method. Okay, yeah, I get that. This is about the async trade itself. Currently, async functions cannot be used in trades in release of stable Rust since October 17, 22 and Rust using async in trades. This is 2022. Like, what's the development? Alright, 2023, it's implemented. And Rust async, what's stabilizing? Implement iterator, that. Ever since stabilization in Rust has now used to write implementation straight as a return type. Not what we're talking about. Well, async functions are just sugar for functions that return implement future. Since these are now permitted in async, we also permit you to write async trade. That's gonna be with an implement future. Alright. So should I just doing something that implements a future output equals that. Output. Return type was inferred to be that. This function should be returned for that. It's not a future. A trade futures utils not implemented. Alright, so do we need to do like the God, what was it? Rust macro async trait. Yeah, async traits. Do I need to say like this is an async trait? Async trait. Can't find attribute in the scope. Is a scope, but is an async trait. Oh, and I need to go like colon async trait. Async trait. This where class might not match the one on the trait. That's not a future. The trait is not implemented. Nani? I'm really confused by how this this is supposed to work. I don't need to do it over here, right? No, no. This where clause might not match the one in the trait. Trait async. Alright, so we definitely have an async function. Do we just need to do like await? And now it's alright, you don't get that, okay. So we await and we unwrap. Lifetime parameters or bounds on method do not match trait declaration lifetime, do not match methods in trait. Because of this? No, that's the only way we can actually mutate that. Lifetime parameters or bounds on method new do not match the I don't know. I don't know what's trying to tell me. Lifetime parameters or bounds on methods do not match the trait declaration. Lifetime parameters or bounds on this method. I mean, they're using like lifetime indicators here. A trait plugin requires that you implement a method executes that's generic over A and sys. When implementing a trait, you can't impose additional bounds of your own method. You have to satisfy contract. Supply a method that's generic over that. I don't know enough about lifetime parameters. But also, I'm not using generics here, so that's... I feel like that shouldn't be... Object in my little program is lifetime, so I'm trying to figure this out. What am I telling the compiler when I write this? Trait that... This, function, foo, self, and how's it different when I write this? Hold on, what's the difference here? Oh, we put it on the foo here and not on the full trait. Different syntactically as we move the declaration of the lifetime to the method. Yeah. Yes, fault both cases were simply declaring lifetime parameter for use the method signature, but it seems very incorrect because the first block produced unexpected error messages. What I'm trying to express is the string returned from foo. You have the same lifetime as the object implementing my trait. And that to enter second block seems to be the right way to say it. I'm also aware that in this case I can't just leave out the lifetime annotation and just let compiler infer them, but part of the exercise I'm going through is try to use okay. Replace the lifetime parameter with a type parameter is easy to understand now. I mean, it kinda is, honestly. First snippet, the trait contains the lifetime or type parameter. That means the implementer is choosing what the parameter will be. Specific type can have multiple implementations for different parameters. Right. I think that has to do with like the OBS socket. No, actually, it's probably the main bus. So you have a structure main bus that has a sender and a receiver. Lifetime in implementation does not match. Yeah. I got that far. But I am giving it like the same thing, right? It's using main bus from bus models main bus. And this main bus. Oh no, wait. This main bus is in models implementation main bus. I'm also doing like a new one over here. So what if, just testing this one out, what if we don't implement main bus there? Alright, it's not achieved. Oh, didn't need to do that one. I need to fix this one. Save it. Is it referring to the self? Oh yeah, sorry. You do need to be mutable. Why declaring sometimes leads to result, just like food TN requires a uniform interface and implementation. You can generic imp T might try T for food. That will also force a uniform implementation. I don't get it. I still don't get it. What's going on over here? But these are all using generics, and I'm not. That's the part that's really fucking me over. Like it, I get the generics have to, but I'm not using generics. Trade and lifetime bounds, type parent bounds. Trade and lifetime bounds will provide a way for generic items to restrict which types and lifetimes are used as their parameter. Bounds can be T-shape, surface shape, SHD, but once again, not using generics. Sized question marks only to relax the implant. This is main bed. Is it because I'm using a different client? No, bus doesn't know anything about client. We're just saving main bus over here. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm confused. Things Rust doesn't let you do. It's because the content that's available everywhere. It does proliferate. No, Google, please. LDR survey of things. Bit much. What does the AI tell me here? You might place lifetime parameter on the map itself when it should be on the face. Async traits and async function. Using async function within traits can be tricky with lifetimes. If you're using the async trait create, which requires the features proc macro hygiene feature flag on nightly rest, you need to ensure the async trait macro correctly handles the lifetime annotation on both the trait and its implementations. Let me just... What does this say? Identify the mismatch lifetime. Compile error message will tell you which methods and where the mismatch occurs. And it does tell me the method at least. That's something. Alright, so we declare a trait like this, except with the type. Work dependent context, missing lifetime, sanitation. What's the difference between these two? Implement trait for this. Type is that. Adding implementation to match the trait's requirements. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to open that. There we go. No, it's on this one. It's not on that one. It's on this one. I mean, should it be like... Consider the async trait crate. If you're using async fn as a trait, ensure you've added async trait attribute to both the trait definition and the oh, hold on. Do I need to add it on both? Oh, it's not added here. Hold on a second, hold on a second, hold on a bloody second. Async underscore trait. Async underscore trait. Oh, and I also need to do it. Oh, it's here. This where class might not match the one in the trait. I'm pretty sure it does, honestly. So it's over here. We say async trait on the socket connection. Yes. We do the same over here, and steps to diagnose, minimal reproduction. So over here we have async trait pub, and we don't do it over here. Okay. You've got an async trait annotation on the implementation. The error is bad. You're missing async traits on impl. Pretty sure I have it now. Let's just implement this for that. Okay, so we go to this one, and they both have the async thing. But what's the... My complaint is that it's not actually telling me what's different. It's like, oh, it's different. Yeah, but how? Lifetime parameters on bound or bounds on method new do not match trait declaration lifetime. Do not match a trait declaration. Like, oh wait, do I need to declare self to be mutable? I tried it earlier, but then it was complaining to me like, hey, parents aren't allowed in functions without bodies. This was previously accepted. Rust rate lifetime error mutable. Because you explicitly told the compiler that you have a mutable that is borrowed for that. You declare type D, hence dropping that mutable reference does not enter bar the lifetime. Lifetime issue with mutable trait reference instruct. Mutable dynamic. Never what you want, since mutables are... You should parameterize your console logger by 2 distinct lifetime parameters and store. Alright, this is really all flying over my head. Oh, gosh, darn it. I'm not using the... Not using the generics. I don't feel like I should have the generics in here. I feel like I'm having like this same thing. Oh, wait, hold on. Maybe I should actually tell... Please tell me that... Oh my lord. I forgot an async. Of course I did. What else would it be? Okay. So if I can't do this still. No. We'll just do it like this for now. Okay. Jeez. That was something. Alright, so we have the socket connection for OBS socket. We have handle message. Alright, so instead of doing all this, theoretically, what we should do in here, actually, wait, handle message. Yeah, that's handling an incoming message. So over here, we're initting. Then we should go, let socket is new, sorry, OBS socket new. Oh, you should be past the main bus. So we're gonna be removing all this, and bus is gonna be a main bus. Yes. Expected semicolon from print. You can have a semicolon, and you should have the main. You should just get the bus. Function takes 2 parameters. Oh shit. But why do you need to be past the self? I thought it was not necessary. Because, let's see. Let social post. Oh, right. Alright. Let post. So you should be OBS socket. Try summaries like that. So we create the article and then we can do that. Okay. So. Wait, shouldn't you act like a constructor would? Is there anything in here about that? Bus is main bus new. Yeah, I want it like this. So looking at the main bus implementation that this one does. New buffer use size, you return. Oh, you make the self. Of course, you don't get past the self, you are the self. Oh yeah, then I also need to change it in like this one. Oh, no, go back. Go back. We get that. Then they are the same again. Expected value found module self. Yeah, alright. So then what we should do is over here say let client equals that. And then in the end we return a self that's, let's see, client is client. And the bus is the bus. Expected that found. Oh yeah, of course. So in the end you need to return a self. Probably gonna be complaining that's not the same as in the trade. And you're gonna be returning a self. Then we go back to this. Right, over here we're just gonna comment all of this out. There we go. Save it. Oh, I commented out too much. Classic. There we go. We stop commenting there. You're still complaining. Mismatch types. Oh yeah, because your return type is either okay or an error. That's fine. We'll just do this. Function should return that or that to accept that. Okay. Oh, I didn't comment out enough apparently. There we go. Underscore that. Okay, so theoretically we make the socket. Oh, actually, and then we go socket dot handle underscore message. No method named handle found for. Oh, of course. So we just await this and we unwrap it. No method named unwrapped found for struct OBS socket in the current thingamajig. Do we just await it and assume there's no errors? Huh. Function defined there. Okay. Good for you. Being defined, I guess. Alright, so then if we go to our main. There is main. So just comment this one out. We're gonna comment this one out, and we're gonna say OBS client init. And you can get. Oh, hold on. You can just get past the bus. Init main bus and bus models main bus have similar names, but are actually distinct types. Yep, that's correct. Is that correct? Hold on. I mean, it's obviously correct. Should it be correct? It definitely should not. This is not what we're working with anymore. That's fine. So over here, we should be making a main bus. And a main bus has a receiver and a message. Okay. So we're just going to be copying that. Going to over here. Oh, no. We should go to main. There's main. Over here. We should be let bus. And we get the OBS underscore sender. And the OBS receiver. Save it. It's gonna be errors. Oh, sorry, your main bus. And you shouldn't be coming from there. You should be coming from the models. You can be gone. Missing structure field sender receiver. Right, so you should just be a sender. You should just be a receiver. Can't find value sender. Oh yeah. Right, I should be. Hold on, because I do want to keep those clear. I think like this. That should be OBS underscore sender. Save it. Mismatch types. Okay, that's fine. That's what we're going for. OBS receiver. Save it again. And then over here, it's going to be a bus message. From there. Save it. Alright, beautiful. So theoretically it does that, and then we should be going to go, should be able to go OBS client init, let test equals that, and then we should be able to go like that. Oh no, wait, hold on. Underscore. Because I think we're doing all of that in here. Yeah, so we create a new socket. We wait for it to react. After that, we say handle message, and that should just print line handle. Cargo run. Come on, I believe. It does, in fact, not do that. Are we not waiting for an async or something like that? It should be the handle message. Do I need to make you public? I don't think so, right? Nope. Alright, then the question remains. Why? We're probably... Hold on, where's main? There's main. Right, yeah, well, what we probably should do is... Actually, I can be lazy and just enable that one. Twitch, Alpharite, init. No, oh god, that's the wrong one. We didn't want to delete around it. We want to delete inside it. Save that. And then it's going to complain that expects an argument. You do not expect an argument. You are not getting an argument. And you're not getting it either. Then over here. Oh, that was too much. There it is. You're not getting anything yet. We're almost there. There we go. Right, so theoretically you should run. It should be doing the whole Twitch thing that we don't really care about right now. And it should also be giving us the... It's not giving us the thing. Why isn't it giving us the thing? Just do a little test message. Let's give it something it's actually waiting for. Huh. Alright. Yeah, honestly, this whole piece of code can be gone. This was the... Which one is this? Hold on. This is WebSocket. This is the bus init. Right. So the bus init removed from memory. And we're also just going to remove from the files. rm bus init. Don't want to look at you. I don't want to play with you anymore. Save it. Wait, you... Do you expect something? Enfim, you're tripping. Yeah, not trusting Enfim. Okay. Then why isn't it anything? Print line test. I'm gonna print a little test message. Print line init. Ah, you're async. Hold on. That explains a lot. You're never actually awaited, so... Oh, you are awaited. Are you awaited? I need to check a main. No, it's not. Right. So we await it. One of these days I'll learn to type. Right, stop it. Run it again. Error. Lovely. What's your errors? Oh shit, did I thought I removed that one? Save it? I forgot to save it. There we go. Main. Right, we can definitely just comment that one out again. Little space. Comment that one out properly as well. Print line test. What's the second error? Pub mod init. Yeah, that's fair. You undo. Remove that one. Navigate to... Where's it? Bus init? Yeah, we removed it, so it doesn't exist anymore. And clean some of these up. We don't need you. Don't want to play with you anymore. Go back to the main. And then we run it again. Okay, thank God. Giving something at least. Alright. Alright, that's a start. Now we actually need to be using it. Well, actually, I also need to like implement it on the OBS client, so that's gonna be interesting. Alright, I'm gonna take another. I'm taking a lot of breaks, but I need them. I'm sorry. I'll take another one. Alright. And then... So we're using it here. It's actually calling the handle message. And for now, I think that's fine enough. Yeah, that's fine enough. Because then we can go to... Actually, I'm just gonna copy this. Oh. Love that code. That's fine. That's fine. We'll get there when we get there. Yeah, from here, let's just copy. Oh, made a little mistake. There we go. Copy this. Then we go to the Twitch client. Is client now Twitch AUF? Eventually the AUF calls the client. We should have some overarching structure, I think. Twitch client should just have an AUF, I think, in the end. Twitch client. Oh, hold on. Twitch socket, that's one. Twitch socket. So you should have. I think it's a request socket we use for Twitch, right? We use. You have Twitch client as. Oh, that's just a packet. Yeah. Excuse me. In here, let's see. What do we actually make? If init over here, we get the config, match get access token, Twitch WebSocket init. Oh, it's in Twitch WebSocket. Hold on, that's a way better place. You can be gone. Oh, hold on, why do you have changes? Oh, because I removed like the enter. Yeah, okay. So we go to Twitch WebSocket, remove that. We don't need to see this. And we do need this for now. And we just got all of this again. Save it, go to this one, remove the other one from memory, I think. Yeah. Dump it in here. Alright. So now we have this. You don't use OBWS, you use... What's the kind of socket that you make again? Pick your listener spawn. While you're doing all that, you listen to it, okay. Set WebSocket. GRD. Gonna yank. Actually, hold on. Twitch models, Twitch WebSocket. Holy shit. T-Client, thank you so much for the raid. How you doing? What were you doing? Oh shit. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. Oh lord. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit distracted at the point. I'm ugly. I'm doing some Rust programming at the moment, and I'm not very good at it. So I'm honestly just being a lot of being confused. What did I declare here again? Oh, the client's up to me. Of course it is. What was the WebSocket client I used again? So WebSocket. Let's go to definition. Here this, and that's a WebSocket stream that has some of that. Okay, so we don't really care about that. Quality of Minecraft, just like the cup of tea. Quality of Nani? I'm low-key confused. What? Actually, I'm high-key confused. What? Hold on. I mean, I started out confused, so it's not surprising. Alright. Sorry, a bit of a delay. Hey, no worries. Is the delay that bad? Client. Wait, you made a custom Minecraft? Hold on. Need to see this. Quality of Minecraft functions. You made a little typo there. Should be 1M. Quality of life mod pack for modern version of Minecraft. Ooh. Client.com. I can almost type tclient.com. Coming soon. Oh. I mean, honestly, I'm still on the main question. What? Is it like a custom Minecraft client? Something like that? New wiki, new staff, new website. Hang on, let me see this. Fully made from scratch. Damn. Yeah, that's coming soon. Did you wait? Hold on. You basically just made like just a Minecraft client. It's coming soon. Yeah, I had a suspicion it might be. Hang on. Let me get back to the GitHub. I'm curious. It's a website, GitHub, homebrew of history, registry. Mostly work on typify the create to rewrite the scammers for your registry COI. But are you basically making like Minecraft from scratch in Rust? No? What are you making? I'm a little bit confused. Like, you're calling it a mod pack? At least that's what the website says, right? Or am I being confused? Client.com. You launch your registry and API are in Rust, but the client is in Kotlin and Java. Oh, right. Oh. Oh, that's cool. Holy shit. That's a nice way to combine those languages. Still a little bit. I'm missing some definitive info on what it actually is. Also, like my brain's a little bit fried at the moment. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. My brain's a little bit fried at the moment, so my understanding might be not 100%. But basically, you're making like a new. It's kind of like a modpack, but it's completely separate because modifications to Minecraft. It's like a quality of life rewrite of Minecraft. Am I correct calling it a rewrite? Minecraft server consists of Minecraft servers just for fun. Yep. Have a look at our competition Lunar client. Luna? Oh, competition as in the other one. Lunar client. There's a lot of bloat. Like, what is Lunar Client? Modpack for the most used version of Minecraft. Lunar Client also got today with the last version. Oh, right. It does sound really... That sounds like a really cool project, honestly. How much progress have you guys been making? Get a better understanding. Yeah, I got a... I get... It, like, from my understanding, it's just like a separate client, right? Should be compatible with just, in quotation marks, normal Minecraft. With some quality of life updates. Is that a proper understanding? 2 years in the making. Damn. Damn, that's a lot. Holy shit. You're getting close to release though? Like this year? Gonna make it? It's always scary, those last few months, if you're working on a long time project. Which WebSocket? You're this one. There we go. Sort of delayed. Wait, what's going on here? Importing the strokes through its public use crate. Wait, what? Oh, hold on. I know. Could be Twitch models. No, it shouldn't. About to be more delayed. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Especially, like, the most annoying delays are always the ones that you can't help because they're from like an external thing that happens. You're like, damn, now I gotta deal with all of that. Say using import this trade. Oh wait, that's just hint because I still need to do a lot of imports. Use. Oh no, wait. Use. Can I just type main bus? Do you understand that? Nope. But maybe if I go from here. It does sound like a really cool project to client. Especially like 2 years in the making. Need to rewrite from type to use schemas 1.0 from 0.8, which is damn. Oh damn, that's a big rewrite. Oh, that's really annoying. Used to be this. Yeah, like I said, I'm fairly new. I've been programming in Rust for maybe 2 months at this point. Bounty of 136 USD is fair. It's fair. But yeah, I'm right now I'm trying to make like a little Twitch integration for basically as a way, because I was annoyed with the Twitch integration that I found. I wanted more customizability, so I decided to make my own as a way to learn Rust. So far, it's been really interesting. It's been hard. I've been making a lot of mistakes because Rust is not a forgiving language. But I've been really liking it. It's been a fun project and just a fun thing to learn, you know. Hang on, I need imports. There we go. Use the imports. Use the import. Wait, OBWS? No, that's the wrong one. We don't want that. That client. I did go through the Rust links. Yes, that was really amazing. I would have been way more stuck if I hadn't. Probably one of the best resources I ever found for a language. It's really helped me because I'm someone who likes to learn by doing. That's why I'm just starting projects whenever I'm doing a new language. And it gave me that feel of, oh, I'm actually doing something and I'm learning in the process. That's really helped me out. Hold on. The client needs to be different here. WebSocket. Can't I just copy this? Everyone recommends it. Yep. It got recommended to me and it helped me a lot. client equals like this, semicolon, and then we just get rid of this. Did you go for it when you learned Rust? I know if you've been programming Rust long. Oh damn, it's 2:30 a.m. Get to bed, man. What the fuck are you doing? Then again, it's probably Saturday evening, so that's fine. Yes, sort of. I mean, I gotta be honest, I skipped a few, and at some point I just wanted to get on with it. I keep meaning to go back to it, but I don't even know where I stopped. It probably... I mean, if I remember correctly, it does remember it for you. I think it's still here, right? So, cargo run, how far did I get? Where? Wait, hold on. Rustings. Start the learning action without rusting and then did rustings later. Fair enough. Fair enough. I forgot how I actually started this. It's not cargo run. Available binaries, cargo run rustings. Cargo rustings? What's this? What? Oh, it's Rust links. Excuse me. Cargo run Rust links. I forgot. It's somewhere in there. It's been actually. Let me history grab Rust links. Should be in here, right? Right. Oh, it's just Rust links. There we go. How far did I get? I got through 65. I did through 1 through 65. Like I said, I keep meaning to go back, but right now I'm just having a lot of fun actually trying this. Not bad. Thank you. Do appreciate that. Yeah, I'm actually like making my first trades right now, like 2 months in. And it's really taking me a while to get around it. I've been struggling with this for like 3 hours by now. And this is what I get. You only did like 30% of it. Fair. Then again, I can imagine if you already got started on learning Rust, most of it will be repetition and kind of boring. So yeah, definitely get that. Alright, hold on. I keep getting confused. What are we doing over here? I'm doing set websocket.await. Over here, yeah, that sets up the WebSocket, set up the connection and does all the stuff. And after that, yeah, so we set up the WebSocket over here, and after that we should probably do the whole init thing. No, we should do that in like whenever we make it. Hope you do well with the WebSocket thing. Thank you very much. I'm assuming you're gonna go head to bed? Because it's late. You should get your sleep. At least that's what they keep telling me. Not sure if I believe it. Hold on. I'm creating new WebSocket. Also need to do like the authentication here. Probably scrimmed up your phone for like 3 hours. Oh god, I do know that feel. Guilty as charged. But yeah, I hope you have a lovely sleep, and thank you for the raid. I do appreciate it. And I'll maybe check you out if I see you sometime. Especially if you're later than me, that might be proper working stream watch, which I do like to do. And thank you for the follow. I do appreciate this. Yeah. Yeah, I followed you as well. So hopefully I'll see you online sometime so I can say hi. And look what you're working on, because it does sound like a really interesting project. Over here. Alright, hold on. We have the WebSocket. Okay, so hold on. We're creating the WebSocket. In the end, we're returning everything, but we should also do like the whole setup thing. Catch you later and go to bed. Hopefully your Linux doesn't mess up your stream over NDI. Next time, oh, that'd be nice. That sounds like an annoying thing to deal with. Should I do all of this in the new? It does kind of... You spend like 3 hours... Oh, that sucks, man. Especially when you just want to get on with, you know, the other things. Then you have to deal with that. Ugh. Yeah. Sounds annoying. Linux firewalls. Yeah, I didn't really get too deep into Linux. Definitely not as like a main PC. I use them for servers, obviously, because there's no good alternative. But yeah, not on my main machine. I don't dare. I'm not good enough for that. Alright. Use it for your main and streaming. You use it for your main and you use Mac for streaming? Huh? That's an interesting one. I did not expect that, honestly. Well, if I may ask, why are you using a Mac for streaming? Like, that feels like a waste of a very expensive PC. If you're solely using it for streaming. Actually, handle message, handle Twitch event message. Alright, yeah. I think what I need to do is do all of this in the new, so we can probably just move this all over. One PC sucks, 2, it's your school. Oh, 1 portable laptop with power, 3 more convenient. That's fair. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of downsides to Windows. You won't hear me deny that one. It's your school. Yeah, for a school computer, yeah, definitely. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, I did use, like, when I started working in IT, I did start out at a Mac repair, like, thing that also made websites on the side. I worked as a web developer. And I gotta say, the experience of coding on Mac was really nice. I really like Mac for coding and getting work done. Especially this was before WSL was out, so it was nice to have like a proper terminal and not have the hassle of having to run Linux. We're just gonna yoink all of this. We're gonna yeet it in here, and I'm gonna act like this is a good plan. Handling proper iOS. Yeah, I mean, if you wanna like develop for iOS, you need to have a Mac. There's no way around that. Because Apple only, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Apple, I've always said, Apple's pretty good as long as you're working on Apple stuff. Like, if you're in the ecosystem, it's expensive, but it just works, and it works like a charm. It was my experience, at least. But yeah, if you want like the slight thing that's not in the Apple ecosystem, that's always a hassle in my experience. Yeah, right now I still have an iPhone, because all my stuff's in the cloud, in iCloud and stuff like that. It's just too much of a hassle to go over to Android. And I don't like Android either. But yeah, it sometimes is a hassle to get it and Windows to work together. I think I can use like self.client here, right? Oh, that module self. Hold on. You are in this. Oh, we're in the main bus. Wait, hold on. Oh, you can just get the undo. No, I can't go client because I need client. I don't want to pass as a reference. Actually, what I might do here, all same except for multiple devices which are Apple-based, so you are in the ecosystem. Yep. And then it just probably works really well. In here, I'm gonna go function. We're gonna make a function in it. It's gonna be doing this kind of responsibilities, I guess. Function in it that has the reference to the self. And then we can probably just get this part, I think. Yeah, this seems like a good part. From here to down there. We yeet it in the self. And we need to declare it on the thing. 100% use my iPad as a reading chat monitor, Mac as Discord main, as your coding PC. Oh, that works. I'm currently, like, I have a free screen set up. So I have like a left screen for OBS, center for stuff, and a right screen. Some other stuff, Discord, and at this point streamer bot, because I'm still using that for chat integration. Or Twitch integration stuff. But yeah, that's probably gonna be like StreamerBot's gonna be replaced at some point by this program. Well, once I actually get it going, probably in like at least half a year. Honestly, probably closer to a year. I don't need to be here. Hold on. Yeah, I need to be in here. You need another one. You can async function in it, and you have a reference to self. Implementation in... Yeah, that's different because I didn't make this one async. Now it is. There we go. Alright. You don't know anything about client. You do not, because it should be self dot... Oh, that's right. I can't get the client. What is the client? Let me just have a little... Right over here should be the WebSocket. Anyways, good night. Hope you enjoy stream. Was set cut on stream for an hour. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, you get it next time, man. Thanks again for the raid. I hope you have a lovely, lovely sleep. What are we doing? Alright, so we have the client. That's the WebSocket. That's gonna be returned that switch thingy. Do you need to have the full client? The WebSocket listener, PRT. Go back. Let me see it. You're doing this kind of responsibility. Good night. Yeah, have a lovely sleep. What if we just pass this by reference? Oh, excuse me. I think you should be over there. Are you gonna be complaining here? WS move to this method call. Are you clonable? Do I want to clone you? I don't think I want to clone you. Is there... Wait, hold on. Is the only thing we're doing with you... We're only getting the readable one. Why would I pass the whole thing if we're only getting, like, the readable thing? Let's move to... What I'm doing is splitting it. Not really. Yeah, I'm not sending anything over this over this one, I think. No, we're not using the other one. So why am I doing this? But let's just paste this one over here. WS stream will be self.client. and you should be read. And then over here, you're getting a WebSocket stream. So instead of doing this, add type, delete, tail, semicolon. All right, we'll just do it like this. Right, what do you have? Split stream, WebSocket stream underscore. So you should be a split stream, WebSocket stream underscore. Save it. You're gonna be complaining about WebSocket stream, and you should be like a Twitch WebSocket, I think. That's fine. Type Twitch WebSocket. Oh, you're in Twitch models, Twitch WebSocket. Can't find split stream. Alright, let's actually look at Twitch WebSocket. You have two streams. This is the sender. I think this is the receiver. So we just copy that. And we should be able to put that in here. Save it. Read stream. And oh, in here instead of read, we're gonna do read stream. Next exists for struct TCP stream, but trace bound were not the following traits were not satisfied, which is required by that. Oh wait, hold on. I think we need to declare this as a split stream. Oh no, not there. Over here. Split stream of type this. Can't find split stream. Okay, well, we probably need to go not there. Need to go over here. We say use futures stream split stream. Save it. Go down here. Mismatch types. Found struct. Split stream, WebSocket stream. Oh, we need to put a WebSocket stream around it. That's fine. We can do that. Split stream of type WebSocket stream. Save it. It's gonna complain that it doesn't know it. So then we go use tungstenite Tokyo tungstenite, right? Yes. Now over here we also do WebSocket stream. Save it again. Tungsten native TLS tungstenite stream. Oh. Hold on. Where's my oh wait, it's over there. Couldn't find my cursor. So you need another one, which is the stream from tungstenite stream. TLS stream. Expect a split stream, WebSocket stream, Tokyo native TLS. That. Alright, actually let's make this a bit bigger so we can actually read what it's saying. Found struct, split stream, web stream, Tokyo native stream, Tokyo net TCP stream, Tokyo native TLS stream. Damn, that's an error and a half. If we just print it out down here, I'm probably gonna be able to copy it, and that will make it easier. Oh god, no. So it's stream, TCP stream, TLS stream. Oh my lord. Can bear read stream as mutable, is not declared as mutable, cannot borrow as mutable. Okay, whatever. Well, that's a later problem. Consider this. Yeah, okay, whatever. Mutable. It's still gonna be complaining that types don't match up. Okay, TCP stream. Let's see. This is which ones are correct. We got split stream, WebSocket stream. After that goes native TLS. And then over here, instead of Tokyo native TLS, we should say Tokyo Tungstenite stream stream wrap this whole bloody thing around in it, I think. Argument of type sender string ID is missing. Oh, hold on. Did I forgot something? Did I forget something? Did I forget something? Save this. What's this saying? Split stream. Construct, split stream, WebSocket stream, Tokyo Tungstenite. Oh, you found that? You expect. Alright, but we found something different. It was over here. Tokyo Tungstenite stream, Tokyo Net TCP stream. Hold on. You're this one. So we're wrapping that one with Tokyo native TLS, and we have the Tokyo. Oh, almost. Tokyo net TCP stream, comma. Oh god. What are you missing? What am I missing mainly? A colon, apparently. I just don't know where. Remove unnecessary generic argument. Imagine just wanting to split your stream. Alright, but I still have. Let me just copy this one again. Yoink. Copy. Gonna dump it in here. Have a little comparison. Also gonna make it a bit more readable because this is not legible. So it got this. No, it expected that. It found this. You're on there, you're on there, you're on here, and we can remove that one. So it found split stream, WebSocket stream, stream. And we're declaring it here as read stream, split stream, WebSocket stream, TCP stream, TOS stream. TOS stream. We expect this. We expect this, we find this. So the first one, split stream's correct, WebSocket stream's correct. After that it goes TLS stream. That's what we're saying, right? TLS stream. Do we need to remove this? I doubt it, honestly. Missing generics for struct. Yeah, okay. So you do need to you do need a generic. Then it doesn't vibe with this. split stream. Yeah, it's an. Wish I could just copy this. I'm taking a little screenshot. I'm just gonna open it in Paint. Fuck it. Fuck it, hoebal. There we go. This is what we're getting. And we're expecting something entirely different. Oop. Good. Put it like that. Dump this over here. Like this. That doesn't really work like that, does it? Alright, here we go. Like this. So. Over here, let's make this a little bit bigger again. There we go. It's in this declaration. So we have the split stream. We have the WebSocket stream. After that, we have like a normal stream. I don't know what that stream stands for. Oh, that's a tungstenite. So we're just emptying this, and then we say Tokyo tungstenite stream, and in there it wants Tokyo net TCP stream, TCP stream, and Tokyo native TLS stream. And this TCP stream. I'm gonna assume it's a Tokyo one. That makes sense to me. Oh no. But that's fine. Honestly, no complaints there. Self-client split. Cannot move out, which is behind the shared reference. Can I copy this one? No method copy found. Self-client move to this method call. Cannot move out of self-client, which is behind the shared reference. The full name for a type has been written over there. That's fair, honestly. Like, I'm trying to split up something that shouldn't be split up. Const client copy equals self.client.copy. David's gonna complain like, hey. Oh, sorry. Used to be a let. And then it's gonna complain that you can't copy that. What are you? You are the Twitch shop. Yeah. Can I say like clonable? No, that's not it. Clone? Yeah, it's like derive. Oh, it's underscore D at an E. And this should be clone? Clonable? Or is it just clone? I think it's just clone, honestly. Save it. Can't find attribute clonable. That's not what I said. Oh, it's a type. We can't copy a type. Okay. Can we clone it though? That's a big question, isn't it? Can we clone it? No method found clone for struct WebSocket stream. Okay. So you do want yourself to be clonable. I'd expect. Like, because if we can't clone it, we can't do anything with it. What's the WebSocket? Own WebSocket stream? Not how it works, right? Not directly. You can put them into an ARC, an ASIC mutex. Not what we want. Just, we're talking Rust here. WebSocket stream. Can I go like clone? Is there anything? Fan out, cycle, fan out. Oh, fan out, cycle. Fan out items to multiple sinks. Repeat stream endlessly. Nope. Not what we want. What do we have on the stream? WebSocket stream. Where T is async read, async write unpin. Yeah. Type web router an underlying raw stream which implements the WebSocket protocol. WebSocket stream represents a handshake that has been completed successfully and both server and client are ready for receiving and sending data. Messages from this are accessible through the respective stream and sync. This information more about the futures. Can I go client.stream? Can be used in combination with left stream. We have to write if statements to evaluate different streams, different ranking. Nope, that's not what we want. Alright, that's a thing. Can we restructure this? Let's see, because you want to go like WebSocket listener. We can split it, like that makes a lot of sense. We can't clone it because the object's not clonable, which also makes a lot of sense. Can we get, hold on. Tokyo WebSocket stream, get clone of receiver? What's the difference between cloning the receiver? Send a subscriber receiver.clone. Yeah, but you already need to split it here. Alright, I'm actually there. I have a Tokyo WebSocket. I can't clone it, but I want to get a clone of the receiver channel. Let's see if there's any WebSocket, yada yada yada. Options what to do. Oh, actually, let's have a look. How do we have a send channel, receive channel. This is for the internal communications. Yeah. The WebSocket sets up the client, uses this. WS stream handshake message. We don't care about the handshake message. And the connect async method. Wait, I'm into. Yeah, hold on. I didn't need to be there. Remove that. Go back to this. Message unwrap. Yeah, we want to read the stream. That's like we want to get a read stream. That's the thing. Because we have the client. The client is set up in this one. WebSocket client. That's just, WebSocket stream. Which we get from... Yeah, that's just what we get back. Okay, fair enough. So we have that. Then we set it. Then we do whole initiation shabam. Make our own MPSC channel so we can communicate between things that are in different async layers. Send channel.clone. Yeah, that's just so we can send stuff. So we have the listener that uses let some Twitch sync is receive channel receive. Oh, wait, yeah, if we're receiving anything on the channel. But wait, hold on. While we're using something on the receive channel. Yeah, because in the end, like this one, the WebSocket set of WebSocket listener is sending stuff to the send channel, and over here we're actually doing something with it. Oh, actually, hold on. Can't I go like self.client.receive something like that for? What do we have? Get config. Hold on. Config get mutable, get reference, returns a shared reference to the inner stream, okay. For each concurrent, run the stream to completion, executing the provided async closure for each element in the stream concurrently as elements become available. That does look like a solution. Because, just do this over here. The WebSocket listener. Oh. No, but this should be handle event probably. We can just use the handle event for this, I think. Right? Work distribution each message consumed once. Spawn async move tx clone. No, wrapping the WebSocket reader. I think we just need to think about this differently. Because right now, let's see, we have this inner channel that we use to communicate from within the WebSocket connections. Fine. But I think in here, instead of passing this on to another one, we need to split that. What we could do is self-client for each concurrent. For each concurrent first. Try to implementation. Ring document, I think both work the same. Both can concur future by limited factor. And now buff end using buffer for implementation upstream for each can run concurrent future. With for each concurrent and other non-spawning concurrency parameters, you have a single thread that alternates between which tasks will work on. Consider this article. Give an example that does okay. Currency is not parallelism. Tokyo Spawn may run futures in parallel, but futures create itself will never do parallel of itself. Okay, yeah, but don't care. Yeah, actually, alright, so this is not gonna work. But what we do need... Oh, come on, go back. What we do need is something about the client. Just having a look at what's in there. Hold on, what's any? What is any? Flatten, flat map, skip, scan, flat map, change chunks. Alright, let's actually look at where is it? There it is. WebSocket stream in Tokyo Tungsnight. That's what we're working with. What can we do? Implementations, probably better looking over this. Methods close from parallel from raw socket, get config, get mut, get ref. Wait, what's returns a mutable reference to the inner stream. Okay, hold on. What if we, instead of this, go back a bit. If we use get mut dot split. Going split for mutable references, but its trace bounds were not satisfied. Okay. Okay. Fair. So now instead of... Alright, let's just go back to the way it was. Wrongly as it indeed was. Alright, over here. Save it. You have the same complaints. I think in here... I mean, we should be working with self.client. For each concurrent runs the stream to completion, executing the provided async closure for each element of the stream concurrently as elements become available. Similar to streamx for each, but features produced by the closure are run concurrently, not in parallel. This combine. Yeah, fair. Closure provided will be called for each item the stream produces. Alright, so it sounds a lot like, we shouldn't do it in here, but we should be able to do like this for each concurrent. What do you expect in the limit? And you should just be, yeah, you should be, you get a message, and the message should be done. What do you actually do? All of this. So instead of all that, we should just get message. Now, alright, hang on. I do need to go to the toilet, and I do need to think about this. Also need to check up what's gonna be my dinner plan, so I'll be right back. Alright. I still don't know how to fix this. Dang it. Because, well, actually at this point I'd be happy to just get messages. Just be able to read messages. Expected expression, yada or yada, okay. How do we do inline functions again? Wait, why is this wrong? Probably because this is wrong. Just, yeah, okay. So that's wrong because of all that. Self-client for each concurrent. For each concurrent, what do we get in for each concurrent? Right, implementations, methods, blankets. Are there any client async? No functions. Hold on. There's no for each concurrent there. Right from, no, that's just straight implementations. Inline functions, how do they work? Oh wait, I use those pretty extensively. In should be not OBS. Yeah, OBS. That's one client. Async fn init with a reference to the self, and you're not actually doing anything because we don't actually need it. Yeah, like this. Copy this. Yeet it in here. And just yoink it. So we have a message. I think it should be like this. Print line. MSG. Oh, and this can be gone. Expected a semicolon. Is not a feature. The trace feature is not implemented for that. Result Tokyo things tonight. Oh, right. Alright. So over here it should be let test equals okay. Message. No, that's not right. That is not right. That's what we need. Yeah, over here. Down there. Yeah, okay, so it should be if let okay message. Oh wait, if let massage equals that, then we should be doing that. And in here we just remove this, remove that one, save it. Alright, next errors. For each concurrent result SSD error doesn't result. If let okay message, do you implement debug by chance? Alright, that's not a function. The trace user fields do. Right, futures not implemented for what though? tungstenite for each concurrent. You are a tungstenite client, right? You are. See, the client is of this type, which is a tungstenite, a WebSocket stream, which is from Tokyo Tungstenite. Tokyo Tungstenite for each concurrent. For each concurrent? For each concurrent. Try for each concurrent. Attempts to run the stream to completion, execute and provide async closure for each element on the stream. Currently as alright, so we go over here, we say Rx async move. That result is that or that. Okay, so you should be go back to this one. Close this one. And then we should over here future stream map. Okay, try for each concurrent. Rx async move. Yeah, result that. Alright, so we should probably just message dot await. Async move. I think that's not oh, that's not in the right place. Should be over there, I think. No, it was in the right place. Save it. You are Tokyo Tungstenite, yada 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 yada. If let message is remove the await, okay. We're removing the await. Consider using the type annotation. Consider using the specifying generic arguments. Tokyo. Alright. Let's just listen to the. I think it's. You need here, right? Result. No. I think it's needed over here. So you're of type result. That one. Message. And error. Save it. Type take one specific argument. Which result are you? We want this one. Save it. Save it. Consider specifying. Result Tokyo Tungstenite, error. Okay. So you are of type results. Then we in here it should be Tokyo Tungstenite Tungstenite message, comma Tokyo Tungstenite error. Save. Type 1 type takes 1. Are you like Tokyo Tungstenite Tokyo Tungstenite result? Could be 1, right? Over here. Tokyo Tungstenite. Yo, Scarp. How you doing? WebSocket. Get reference mutable config. Somewhere in here there should be an error. Oh lord. No, there should be a result. Tokyo Tungstenite result. You're doing good and having fun. Nice, you're enjoying Canada then? Remove unnecessary... Alright, but... Every time I remove the useless generic argument, it's complaining to me that it's missing an argument. Yeah, here we go. Consider specifying generic arguments. Result, tungstenite, Tokyo tungstenite, tungstenite. A message, Tokyo tungstenite, tungstenite, error, and E. Cannot infer the type of parameter E. Oh, hold on. Oh, wait. I think I get it. Like over here, we have this, and then we have this, and you should be an error. Specifically, this error. Expected one of those. Found that. Honey? Type mismatch in argument. Not closure signature that. Expect that. Result does. Alright, so. Oh. Damn. Remove too much there. Type mismatch. Found signature. Huh? Me? For each component. What are you? Future and an E. So you want limit implementation of into option use size, and you want an F. I just don't know what the F is. What the F? Not over there. Should be over here. Type mismatch enclosure arguments. I am afraid my brain is absolutely too fried for this. To do continue here. Yes, sadly, I'm sorry, Scarp. I know you just came in, but I'm gonna quit it here because I am. My head is spinning. I've been looking at this for 4 hours by now, and I am quite done with it, I gotta be honest. So I'm gonna look with a clean head Monday. That's usually the best if you're like this stuck. All right. With that, I am going to end it here. Thanks everybody for being here. Thank you for, well, as usual, lurking, chatting, just being here. I do appreciate it as always. Yeah, I'm sorry. You just got in, Scarp. I know, but I do appreciate you hopping in. It was nice to see you, even if it was for a short while. Yeah, I'll be back on Monday evening, probably continuing the same struggle I just had. So I hope to see y'all there, and I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend.